So a number of people who've come to visit Mount Soma have all had the same question. And that question is, what is this place? They see a Shiva temple up on the hill, and they see a community here where people are living, and they would just wonder what it's all about. To understand what Mount Soma is all about, first you need to understand what the Veda is, and I've done videos on that in the past. Did a video on that just recently. Also, you need to understand what it means to be human, and I've done a video on that. Now, Mount Soma is being built as a Gurushala. The knowledge of a Gurushala comes right out of the Veda. You could say, it's a technology, how to build an enlightened city. And that's what we're doing here. We're building an enlightened city. What is an enlightened city? An enlightened city is a place that acts as a beacon light. It takes the intelligence, the harmony, the creativity, the wisdom inherent in the underlying basis of all existence, the quantum mechanical level, the unified field, the Veda, takes that value and radiates it out to the environment. Now, human beings, as individuals, have the ability to do that. You purify your physiology, you awaken to your divine essence, and you live life from that level, and you act as a beacon light that radiates out that value of harmony to the whole environment. There's a technology whereby you build what they call a temple, the Vedic temple, that it's a building, it's a structure. And there's a complete system of how to maintain it, how to work with it on a day-to-day basis, so that whole building radiates that value to a great extent. And you can feel it. If you're around one, if you're in one, it's like you can tell something really powerful is happening there. But what we're doing is taking it to the next step, the next level, and building a Gurushala, a whole enlightened city, an entire city that resonates, vibrates, thrills with that value of harmony and intelligence that dwells within every individual, that dwells within everything, but remains hidden, but enlivens it and brings it out and radiates it forth as a beacon light to the whole planet, to the whole world, to all levels of life. See, it's not enough to sit in a cave and meditate and radiate out that value, because there are different levels of life. And we can touch all those different levels simultaneously with a Gurushala, an enlightened city. It's a city that brings forth and lives on a daily basis business on an enlightened level, family units on an enlightened level, community on an enlightened level, the temples on an enlightened level, everything, all different levels of life. And through that, then, we interface with all the different levels of life throughout the world, and it acts kind of like fiber optics, cords that carry forth that value and bring it to all corners of the earth. It's called a Gurushala. The knowledge is there in the Veda. Now you may ask, well, if the knowledge is there, why aren't there Gurushalas all over the place? Well, that's a very interesting question and a very profound question, but it speaks to the nature of time. The knowledge isn't a cookbook. It's not simple. It's abstract. It's profound. It's highly, highly elusive. So there are time periods in the history of our planet where that knowledge becomes lost, and then there are time periods where it becomes regained. Even the ancient seers, and some people say the Mayans, have said that we're living in a time now where that knowledge will come forth again. And it seems to be the case. It's happening. And that's what we're dedicated to here at Mount Soma, is to create a perfect Gurushala, a city that radiates that value. But there has to be a tremendous amount of humility in that, you see. It can't become just another dogma. It can't just become another fanaticism. Oh, we have the answer and here it is. The knowledge is profoundly abstract. It's profoundly elusive. So we do it with great humility, dedicated to it because we understand the basic nature of life, but also with the humility of understanding that it's a very fine tuning, a very delicate thing. And the slightest amount of distortion, can throw the whole thing off. Also, we have to understand that it is as much a science as it is an art. Just as a violin, there's a science to how to make the violin, but there's also the art of playing it, you see? We need to cultivate both. And that's what Mount Soma is dedicated to. That's what we're doing.